Today we are discussing interview questions for ServiceNow Vendor Risk Management. You can download complete list of interview-based questions from the link provided in the description. Our interview question based on vendor risk management is: how can organizations leverage ServiceNow VRM to establish and enforce vendor performance metrics? Your answer should be: ServiceNow VRM allows organizations to establish and enforce vendor performance metrics by defining key performance indicators (KPIs) within the platform. These metrics can include service delivery timelines, quality benchmarks, and adherence to SLAs. The platform facilitates the tracking and reporting of vendor performance against established metrics. Explanation: this question assesses your understanding of how ServiceNow VRM supports the establishment and monitoring of vendor performance metrics. Our next interview question based on vendor risk management is: explain the concept of risk transference in ServiceNow VRM and how organizations can implement it as a risk mitigation strategy. Your answer should be: risk transference in ServiceNow VRM involves shifting the financial or operational impact of a risk to a third party, such as an insurance provider or a contractual partner. Organizations can implement risk transference as a risk mitigation strategy by negotiating contracts, insurance policies, or agreements that allocate specific risks to external parties. Explanation: understanding the concept of risk transference demonstrates your knowledge of risk mitigation strategies in ServiceNow VRM. Our next interview question based on vendor risk management is: how does ServiceNow VRM handle the identification and management of legal and regulatory risks associated with vendors? If you are preparing for any ServiceNow based certifications, you can download the current valid and updated questions from the description. Now moving towards the answer. Your answer should be: ServiceNow VRM addresses legal and regulatory risks by allowing organizations to define criteria for assessing vendor compliance with relevant laws and regulations. The platform facilitates the documentation and monitoring of legal and regulatory requirements, ensuring that vendors operate within the boundaries of applicable laws. Explanation: this question evaluates your understanding of how ServiceNow VRM considers legal and regulatory factors in vendor risk assessments. Our next interview question based on vendor risk management is: can you explain the role of stakeholder engagement in the success of ServiceNow VRM implementation, and how organizations can foster effective communication with stakeholders? Your answer should be: stakeholder engagement is critical for the success of ServiceNow VRM implementation. Organizations can foster effective communication by involving key stakeholders in the planning process, providing training and resources, and creating channels for ongoing feedback. Clear communication ensures that stakeholders are informed and invested in the success of vendor risk management initiatives. Explanation. This question assesses your understanding of the importance of stakeholder engagement and communication in ServiceNow VRM implementation. If you are preparing for any ServiceNow based certifications, you can download the complete list of valid, tried and tested questions and answers from the link provided in the description. You can also download the complete list of scenario-based questions from the link provided in the description. Do you have any better solution in your mind? Please write that in the comment section. We can discuss it further. If you want to go for any ServiceNow based certifications, you can find the current valid and updated questions tutorials from the description. All the best.